Texas is a state where food is as much a part of its identity as its vast landscapes and proud traditions. The cuisine here tells the stories of its history, where Native American, Mexican, African, and European influences have melded into a unique culinary tapestry that's both bold and diverse. The flavors of Texas are as big and varied as the state itself, from the smoky aromas of world-renowned barbecue to the spicy heat of Tex-Mex and the fresh, salty goodness of Gulf Coast seafood. Whether you're a first-time visitor or a lifelong Texan, the state's food culture is an experience in itself, one that you can't miss. One of the most iconic dishes that immediately comes to mind when you think of Texas is barbecue. It's not just a style of cooking, it's an art form, a passion, and, for many, a way of life. Slow-cooked and seasoned with nothing but salt and pepper, the brisket is a lesson in simplicity. The result is a tender, juicy, and smoky piece of meat that melts in your mouth. But what truly sets Texas barbecue apart is the technique. It's all about the smoke, the wood, and the time. Then there's Salt Lick, located in Driftwood, Texas, a place where barbecue isn't just a meal, but a ritual, as visitors sit under the vast Texas sky, surrounded by the smoky scent of meat cooking over open flames, and fluffy white bread, which serve as the perfect accompaniment to the rich flavors of the smoked meats. But Texas is not just about its famed barbecue. The state's cuisine is also heavily influenced by the Mexican and Texan American cultures, giving rise to what is known as Tex-Mex. Texans are particular about their tacos, which are often filled with sizzling fajita beef or grilled chicken, topped with fresh salsa, creamy guacamole, cheese, and a squeeze of lime. In Texas, a taco is more than a meal. It's an experience, a flavorful explosion wrapped in a soft, warm tortilla. Cities like San Antonio and Houston are brimming with Tex-Mex joints where you can feast on these mouth-watering dishes, each with their own local twist, serving food that locals claim can't be replicated anywhere else. The drinks that accompany a Tex-Mex feast are equally iconic, with the margarita being the obvious choice. Its tart lime flavor and refreshing chill are perfect complements to the spicy, cheesy goodness of the meal. Alongside barbecue and Tex-Mex, Texas offers another culinary gem, Gulf Coast seafood. With miles of coastline, Texas has a rich seafood tradition that rivals any coastal city in the country. The result is a spicy, flavorful feast, perfect for sharing with friends and family. In cities like Galveston and Corpus Christi, where seafood is a staple of the diet, you'll find seafood restaurants offering everything from fresh oysters on the half shell to golden fried shrimp and grilled fish. Whether you're sitting at a waterfront seafood shack or enjoying fresh crab cakes in a bustling downtown eatery, seafood in Texas is an experience that brings the salty flavors of the Gulf to your plate. While barbecue and Tex-Mex may dominate Texas cuisine, the state's culinary offerings extend far beyond these two. East Texas, on the other hand, is home to a deeply rooted soul food tradition. Fried chicken, collard greens, cornbread, and crispy catfish are comfort foods that have stood the test of time, each dish brimming with flavor and history. East Texas is where African-American culinary traditions thrive, bringing a rich and soulful influence to the state's food culture. And then there's the sweet side of Texas, which is as iconic as its savory dishes. Pecans, the official nut of Texas, are used to make some of the state's most beloved desserts. Pecan pie, with its sticky, caramelized filling and crunchy nut topping, is a dessert that has become synonymous with Texas hospitality. Found in bakeries all over the state, especially in Central Texas, kolaches are an irresistible snack that captures the essence of Texas's diverse food culture. And for those with a real sweet tooth, Texas offers an array of homemade cobblers, pies, and cakes, often served with a generous scoop of vanilla ice cream. These desserts, rich and decadent, are the perfect way to end a meal, leaving you with a sweet memory of Texas that lingers long after the last bite. Beyond the food itself, the culture surrounding Texas cuisine is just as special. The state's culinary scene is thriving, especially in cities like Austin, Dallas, and Houston, where food trucks have become an integral part of the dining experience. Texas is a place where food trends are born, and the creativity of its chefs constantly pushes the boundaries of what's possible with local ingredients. No meal in Texas is truly complete without something to drink. The state's craft beer scene has exploded in recent years, with local breweries experimenting with flavors like peach, honey, and citrus to create refreshing beers that pair perfectly with the bold flavors of Texas cuisine. These icy, citrusy cocktails are the ideal way to cool off after a day of eating spicy barbecue or Tex-Mex.nd for those who prefer something non-alcoholic. Sweet iced tea is the drink of choice, often served by the gallon and sweetened to perfection. In Texas, food is not just sustenance, it's a way of life. Every dish tells a story, from the deep traditions of barbecue and Tex-Mex to the seafood feasts along the Gulf Coast and the wild game of the hill country. The Lone Star State's food scene is not something you can simply taste and forget. It's an experience, a journey, and a love affair with flavor. If you haven't tasted Texas yet, it's time to take a bite of something big, bold, and unforgettable. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.